Okay,
All right, guys, and we are back with our co-host who's off camera right now. James Hunterville is in the building. Yay!
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Fresh
here.
off a shift.
This is who it is.
So for those that are listening right now, we are researching. Was it Reinhardt, right?
No.
I said the wrong name.
Kukulkan Clan.
Kutokan.
Kuto Clan.
Original
He said it correctly.
Right?
Yeah, Kuto Clan.
No, it's
Just because
3K.
I live in the mountains, don't believe that I read books.
So right, when you read about his history, he is not a water person. But that was his name. It was that, Nomar, and Serpent King.
No, I'm not too sure about this stuff. I didn't know that. Because I know, like, based off, I know they had to find a way to separate Aquaman
from the
yeah.
like on the silver screen, because they're like, oh,
right.
But both their land. Are you guys in the same universe?
So he's like a little, like he has, based off how they said it, is like he was a young boy that was
Conceived.
Was it conceived by like something happened with the vibranium? Like someone drank.
Yeah.
Like they mixed
their
something.
chief.
So yeah, something. Yes.
The
and
chief found the vibranium.
a way to survive the people.
And
then,
he had them digest it. And
and
then
then
when they digested it, they ended up like getting sick and they all like passed out. In the movie, this is what is happening. Like they passed out.
They passed out, yeah.
And then over time, they had like came back and they turned blue. But the thing is, they couldn't process oxygen on land. So they rushed to the water and were able to breathe in water.
And build in the water.
Oh,
and
okay.
their
Right.
Atlantis in the water.
But then, okay. But there's scenes like where, for those who haven't seen it, there's scenes of Neymar like on land though. So
So Neymar was the only one who could actually
he's like Blade.
survive.
He's like the Bloodwalker type thing.
Yeah, so he was
like
born,
like a daywalker,
born
yeah.
in water, born and birthed in water.
Right.
And one of the two features that were about him that were so different was that he had feathers on his ankles and pointed ears.
Okay.
And he was able to fly.
And he was able to fly.
Fly with his ankles.
Yeah.
So he ain't nowhere near Aquaman.
He's nowhere. That's the thing. Yeah. He has the same feathers as It's Greek mythology, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Interesting. Wow.
Right. So when he came out, so what happened was he was returning his mother to her birth land, where they had actually like changed.
Colonizers took over and they were dealing with
Right.
them away.
They were at a different time in where the colonizers had came and did all this stuff to the Mayan people.
Right. Yeah.
The name that the Roman Catholic person gave him was the child of no love. And that's what his name is, no more. No love.
Oh.
But then he is considered the Serpent King. And then they also called him Kukulkan. Like that is his other name.
Which creepily sounds like, you know, the other people. Like the name, like the name sound. You know.
So his tribe gave him the Ku name. The priest gave him no more. And then he calls himself the Serpent God.
Okay,
But they are three different people.
With three different people.
That's interesting. I don't remember that deep, but that's pretty interesting. I don't know. Like it was a good movie. I'll say that.
7 out of 10 for Mr. James here.
But
and
I
2 out of 10.
I feel like the
2 out of 10,
trailer,
man.
the trailer gave it 2 points off because I wish
There we
they
go.
gave me the anticipation.
He's the god of wind.
Who's the
Sky god.
I wish they gave me the anticipation of who is the Black Panther. I'm assuming because Marvel has like, you know, the whole multiverse and everything going on.
Yeah.
Right,
It could be anybody.
It could literally be any, yeah.
So, but the little fact that they just
showed it,
I kind of just felt a ways about it. I'm like, man, like, y'all really need to put this trailer. I'm okay with the trailers, but man, like, you really buzzkilled it for me.
My thing was more so, why did they have to include U.S. and Paris in this damn movie?
Because I think in the historic aspect, the whole colonizing aspect about it.
But what does that have to do with anything?
I felt like
majority of the story was about them.
No, yeah, it's about
fighting
them
each other,
minding their own business. But you know, there's some people that didn't mind their own business, and
Who's not minding their own business?
The U.S. and the colonizers.
But they are considered the colonizers.
Look at them. Not getting burned by the sunlight.
Yo, wow.
I don't like this.
Nah, man. That's who I think is the real villain.
They don't even mind look at them.
That's how they move, though.
Look at them.
Like, they're not even watching us.
Look at you guys having fun.
What are they doing over there?
In the sun.
They just look like they're having so much fun without us.
They're celebrating with their drums.
Eating exotic foods.
I want
all type of stuff.
Why do they put so much stuff on their chickens?
Not seasoning.
What is that? I don't understand.
Then you get you know what? I'm gonna walk over, and then they walk over.
Why are they washing their legs? What's going on here? What?
I am baffled.
And they have something that's like vibranium. What is it? What are these people? Aliens?
They do the research and like, oh, I can do this and this and this. You know what?
You know what? Let me try to.
You know what?
Let's just be friends.
Knock on the door.
Let's be friends.
Hey, you guys, nah. You need to come to court.
Guys,
come to court.
Hey.
Come to court.
Here. What's going on here?
What's
going on here?
What are you deal with right now?
What?
Yeah.
Not.
Well, I've heard. The boss, your boss. We were cool with that guy. He was cool, but now he's gone. So
that's an interesting dynamic too.
We were cool with him.
Like the original person gone. They're like, well, we don't recognize y'all. We're cool with him.
So so here's what some people that I heard that were very upset about that. Oh. They actually were saying that it was an indirect way of saying how the black man has been removed in society.
Oh. Sometimes, here's the thing. Sometimes I leave this part of people's aspects alone because I feel like I'm sorry. Forgive me if I sound like I'm being a jerk, but I believe there is a marathon race, and it's been since social media has been made, and like COVID. I call it personally the Oppress Olympics.
The Oppress Olympics.
We have an episode about this. The Oppression Olympics.
I feel like I'm not saying that it's not there, and I'm not saying that it happens, but sometimes when people reach, they reach to the point that I'm like, wait, what?
No, but like there was one person. He actually he had some points though. I can't lie, because one of the biggest things he was saying, he's like. One of the major parts as to why he came was because he was sold on the idea that it's Black Panther. It is of a black male superhero, right? But then what happened was the fact that this male was now removed.
Okay.
They did not replace him. They did not find another male to replace him or even take the throne. And a lot of the movie was primarily focused on just women, black women. He turned around, he said he was not empowered as a black man in this movie. He also said that what part of the black man was actually like represented in this movie, being that it is solely focused on this character. And then...
No, continue.
And then the archetypes of black men that were there were all jokers.
Oh, like
they all were used for comedic relief.
Not really. Mbaku was kind of guidance until she strong-armed the man and said, "Yo, this is what we're going to war."
That's what I'm saying. Or they were put into submission. So either they were used as a form of yes, you watched the first one.
Because even if you're looking at that, it's like the dynamics in that movie. It's very much about. It's almost like a coming of age because it's someone who's coming from a position of privilege, who's being faced with the reality of like the impact of their ancestors. You know, these venerated elders who did wrong. You have to come to terms with that, and then receiving all these worldviews from different people. You know, someone who went out into the world and was like, you can't, like, your elders had made important strides, but you can't keep to their path because it's causing harm this way, whatever.
Right.
Nakia, right? And then, you know, you have someone who's all about tradition, all about the duty that they hold, which is like the Dora Milaje. And then you have someone who's basically, she's like, I've done my bit. I gave birth to the next generation. I fought beside my man. Like, I did it. But I'm ready to retire now. And so you can't really look to her to guide you into the future forward. And so it's like, in this new movie, it's like when you're looking at it as a perspective of, oh, the black man wasn't represented, it's like, look at the hole the black man leaves. And why didn't he consider that path? He's so focused on the absence that he can't see the presence.
And that was the argument that was also made.
Wow.
See, I
wait. I'm gonna add a third one though.
My mental capacity is
the third
stay away from them type.
The third
of
one I'm gonna add though
so.
is she becomes Black Panther in the comics anyway.
Yeah.
That was what I said.
The black man, and you're like completely
that is literally what I said.
Because the Black Panther is a mantle, it's not a gender.
Yes.
It's like a.
And that's what she says. It's an artifact.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to keep up to this artifact. Artifact does not have a gender to it.
Right.
Just that's what it is. Yeah, like, so even in saying that, like, I knew that. So when the person was like making their points and whatnot, which are still valid points from that perspective, I was like, have you read the actual comic book? Because then you would know that's the case. It would turn to that. But then I was like, but then you have to also remember, Marvel in itself always appeases a woman.
But at the same time, in the movie, let's be fair.
So
hold on.
The storyline is always to help and or assist or to aid a woman.
I'm gonna say this. I'll kind of not just a slight pushback over here.
Tell me otherwise, but find a character. But yes, continue.
T'Challa has a son.
Right.
So it's obvious that. Yeah, and then it's like, it's obviously the son is gonna step to the mantle.
We don't know. Now we really don't know.
Young Avengers though.
We still don't know.
But
because he's a prince, like he has to go and learn all this shit.
I know.
Who said he has time to go run around with next man's?
I feel like it's
the next man's time, yo. The next man's time.
I feel like every superhero, unless perspectives in world societies and things change, there's always been like this like the same, every superhero has this like role
about women. Yes.
No, just a role about being a superhero. Like it has to be like you came from a troubled area, or somebody died, or you got a superpower but there was a huge sacrifice,
or you're the son or daughter
of something legendary, and then something happens again.
But then they're always like, trying to strive for some woman. Mm-hmm.
It could be a man or a woman. I'm not saying that's that, but I just feel like they brought the son in for a reason.
Well, yeah, obviously they brought the son. It's the same as like what you were saying about Ironheart. They brought Ironheart for a reason too.
Right.
Right?
I have no problem.
See, if anything, you might see him more likely to line up with because they acquired X-Men again, right?
Right.
And so they're going to reboot the franchise. And so with the new person, you can have young Storm and young T'Challa and do that young Storm T'Challa romance.
Do it the right way. Do it the right way. Do it the right way. But here's the thing. That's initially what it was supposed to be.
I'm still waiting for Storm's storyline alone.
That's initially what it was supposed
to be. He's just been born. They just acquired X-Men. You gotta give them time.
That's if they're gonna do the big reboot and actually do that.
They could have had the story of her and then come back again.
No, they don't have control of it.
They just got the rights. They got rights. That's why they finally can say mutant in these movies.
They couldn't even say mutant before.
But at the same time,
because Marvel Comics was like going down the drain in like the 1990s to 2000. So they sold off the rights to the big name stuff, right?
Right.
Which is why they still had the rights to certain ones like Black Panther, like that. But remember, we had like X-Men, Logan, Wolverine, blah blah blah. All these ones came out in the 2000s, right?
Right.
Because they had sold that off to like Sony, to whatever. That's why Spider-Man wasn't a thing yet, like, right? And so now because they're like, we the big boys on the block now. We're back again. Give me your shit, bro. You know.
Well, yeah, we want all our things back.
They're pulling up and they're like, okay, you held that dollar, now give it back.
Sony, we want Spider-Man back.
That's hilarious.
We want back. But at the same time, You know, first thing, you know, what did I do? The Umar Johnson?
Not
Umar
Johnson.
My fellow brothers and sisters of Wakanda, whatever, and Marvel, we have to give celebration to the black man, which is Blade, that started the whole Marvel.
Big shout out to Wesley Snipes.
I'm not a fan of Blade. But
what?
I'm not.
You don't have to be a fan.
You don't have to be a fan, but that started
that it opened the way
to all these superheroes being pretty good.
2 are classic.
Yeah. By the end of the day, like for me,
I feel like I don't remember.
I've seen the whole recast T'Challa. For me, when it comes to Marvel, I might have doubts, but I feel like there's always a full picture that I don't know, so I just let them do what they do.
Right.
You gotta be careful because it's a hodgepodge of directors. It's not like one unified.
Like
they
what?
Have a hodgepodge.
A whole heap.
Because it's like the person who's done like think about it. Thor 1 and 2, trash, garbage.
Trash.
Throw
Yeah.
We don't recognize.
They're not memorable.
But then 3?
3 was really good.
3 was spicy.
Thor 3 was very good.
Ragnarok, y'all like
Wait, what happened with 4 though?
I actually like 2. Sorry, man. I like 2. I like 2.
You like that?
I like Thor 3.
And that alien who came out of nowhere.
And Ragnarok,
It looked like a DC movie. It was so bad.
Ragnarok, I like the.
I don't know if it's a good thing. That is a good.
I like Ragnarok. I like Ragnarok because I felt like they segued away a lot from their from their not segued, but they I think they put their own words. Like I felt like they got a script and they just made it themselves.
The actors, they improv.
It's Waititi, right? Think about it. Coogler, Waititi, and those are the movies that are like hitting it, killing it. You know, like they got vibrancy, they got life, they're not gray and they're not low. And you know, the characterization is a lot more like shown, less spoken. You know, you're not getting grimdark. You're getting like the vibrancy of Marvel Comics, right? And it's like versus when you get to like Iron Man 3, 4, whatever. You know, we get to certain Captain America movies.
Hold on, which Captain America movies? I like.
Because all 3, that's a classic trio.
No, I like 2.
Captain America did really good.
I'm surprised.
Like,
2 is the best for me. 2 in Civil War. 2 in Civil War is the first one I can be okay
Iron
with.
Man and like what's his face?
But we have to give Iron Man the credit.
You took a War Machine.
It was a tough. It wasn't
the one where it's like he has his like AI goes rogue.
Oh, Ultron.
Yes, that was
Ultron.
garbage.
That was mid. That was kind of mid.
They did not handle the world building very well because they did not have a cohesive world. But notice once they left that and they had like contained worlds like Wakanda, you have contained concepts like what's happening in space. Okay.
But
it's like when you're going from the baseline, regular, they did not have the magic. Okay, how are they gonna bring in all these people with the magic and the woo woo? Like Doctor Strange, when he starts, I'm sorry, but they are not prepared to bring this together, and they need to have a very strong lead and direction on this, and you gotta be careful
the
with
way I see it,
because especially Disney is the one who's overseeing it all, and the mouse.
This is. I'm gonna say this. This can go really good, or this can go really bad.
I just want the original X-Men for once.
I
want Gambit.
Listen to me.
No! I want Gambit now! I want the Frenchman on this show throwing the cards, okay?
I feel like everybody ready for Gambit. And
Firecracker.
The way I say Jubilee. Called her Firecracker.
Sorry.
Jubilee.
Sorry. That's what she did.
But
that's
kind of a pointless.
Why was she even there?
Yeah, that's kind of a pointless.
The fact that she's a teen.
No, it's because they're mutants, right? They're just collecting children who would have been like.
Yeah, she was a teen.
No, which is fair.
Because the government's like pop to mutants, so it's like they're just gathering up and saving these kids before they get popped off by the government.
But Gambit, I feel like I'm now because we waited so long for Gambit. And then we heard Channing Tatum was supposed to play Gambit at one point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then they scrapped it. I just feel like whoever Gambit, like...
He'd be a really good Gambit.
They can't tell us. They can't tell us.
Still.
And that's the thing. They can't tell anybody who Gambit's going to be.
They just have to like...
They just have to let it happen. Because if they tell anybody, you're not going to give anybody justice until a word comes out of their mouth. If you see a person and they said, "Oh, this person's gonna be Gambit," you're gonna look at a person and you're gonna be like, "No." it just has to happen, and then just accept the fact that it's them.
Just to show up.
You know what I mean?
Never see this man.
Don't announce it, because they've been announcing way too much thing. Oh, this person's gonna play this role. This person, that person's person's alive, or is like, you know what I mean? I feel like they should just leave things alone.
Yo,
certain characters are like,
oh, they're doing Kang the Conqueror. I'm like, yo, why are you guys telling us in the first place?
Yeah, it's also because it's like there's the people who are comic book nerds,
avid, yeah,
like Marvel fans,
right?
And then there's like the rest of society,
who's kind of like
they had Phase 4,
casual.
Phase
but
4.
They can look into it.
All my money for the next 2 years. They're saying we're gonna have all your money for the next 2 years. You're telling me all the actors are gonna be a part of this, and I'm just like, man, I just hope you guys do it right.
That's funny.
Just do it right. Just do it right.
I will not lie.
Ant-Man looks like it's gonna be crazy.
Ant-Man's always crazy. Ant-Man came in crazy.
People don't give Ant-Man the benefit of the doubt.
I don't. Yeah, I'm one of those people.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
I'm one of those
but
I don't know.
Hey,
Ant-Man was like the entry point for when you start getting like the Watitis. Like
that's
the
actually
Ragnaroks.
funny.
It's when you get. This is why they can get a bit more fun, whatever. Especially like, can you imagine like if Ant-Man was like Captain America in like tone?
yeah, they want to be the greatest.
Oh, and yeah.
You need some people to play certain, like Civil War. That's why it blends so like perfect.
As soon as the movie started, you were when Hawkeye meets freaking Black Panther, like, I don't think we met, and he says, "I don't care," and they get right into fighting. It's amazing. It's like just the dialogue. It's perfect, and nobody knew that Spider-Man was gonna be in it. Right.
And he just showed up, and that is perfect. We don't need to know everything.
But the thing is, it might be a distraction. Remember, they did like in
they
Civil
pump
War,
fake people.
They were like, in like the whole everything. They were like doctoring like posts. They were doctoring media that was supposed to be going out. They're like, yeah, this person did it. Actually, no, they're not. This person's not it.
But it seems
at one point, what they did, which I liked in Endgame and Infinity War, is they pump faked us with trailers. Mm-hmm. Like you watch a trailer and you think that's what's gonna happen. Nope. Nothing like that happened. Like for me, I am still upset about a lot of things with Marvel. One thing I'm upset about is how they made the Hulk look so weak. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it.
But he did in the comic. Yeah, in the comic he was like that too. He lost his powers. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
like what?
Hulk, you get Red Hulk, you get Krull, you get like all these people, and you get the whole universe of the
I refuse to wait that long.
And the Skull come in and they're fucking taking over bodies and
no,
you don't know who's who.
No, I refuse.
That is when Hulk is at his peak. It's when the Skull come in and they're like like they're pretending to be people and they're
which is fine.
See, that's my concern.
I refuse to take that as the reason why he's
not
weird. Because
but that's an issue. That's an issue. I mean, I feel like you should be making movies so people can actually go back to the comics. Like, go back.
That is
look
fine.
At
if
this
you want to do that, fine. But for me, when the Hulk fought Thanos and Thanos chopped him in his throat, and that was it, which is fine. I get it. I get Thanos. I know that. But hold on. Because at Endgame, I felt like he should have. I didn't say he should have won, but you had the Hulk there. Hulk is backing down. The man said, yo, we got to fight. And the man's like, no.
Because he was losing his powers.
No, man, no. I felt like when mans were jumping Thanos to in Endgame, they could have had Hulk try to redeem himself at least one more time. Yeah, you have snap at least one little scrap.
But if
you can't fight him on your own, that's fine. But everybody's fighting him.
I can't.
Imagine that.
I can't.
Everybody's fighting him. Imagine that one part.
Everybody has their powers, though.
Listen to me. If Hulk
did you watch T'Challa to go and fight everybody with like no flowers? He's like, he saw no suits.
Hold on.
Ass.
Put it like this. If Hulk redeemed himself at a certain time, we wouldn't have this much movies. You know why? Because when everybody was fighting in space, and if Hulk was ever in space, and everybody was pulling the gauntlet off. Yeah, he was in rank. Yeah, but if they're pulling the gauntlet off and Hulk was there, instead of being a little punk, not want to come out of his shell because he got chopped in his throat and judo throwed.
Listen, not everybody.
He got mushed, but I'm not gonna lie. He did get mushed.
The size of Steve Rogers, okay? Steve Rogers can get chopped in his face 3 times and still be like, "I'm coming up for more."
No, but he did. But he did get a dirty chop in his throat. I did not expect that. I didn't think. I'm like, this is PG-13.
He did one of
chop like that.
He did one of these like
he fought him, blocked it, bow, and I said, "Ooh." Like nobody's trying to. No one. If anybody's fighting somebody, even superheroes, you're not expecting to get chopped in your throat.
Chopped in your throat. Yeah.
I don't think it's possible, man. For superheroes.
So, 2 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Wow.
Yes, because I'm telling you, it has to do with, like, I think a lot of the context of what, for me, it's always in reference to the comics. And I think that's the biggest part for me.
All right, so I'll say this for you. Then, what was your favorite, like, Marvel movie then? Because, like, when I hear 2 out of 10, I'm like, Lord, like, what is your favorite Marvel movie?
What's my favorite one?
For the Wakanda Forever.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. It's on my list.
Favorite Marvel movie? Anything X-Men.
Really?
Oh, so you're sticking X-Men, okay.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I just, okay. I think they're going to do good right now with, I saw the Ant-Man Quantumania.
Marvel movies, though, like Marvel owned and produced, or like Marvel characters?
I think in general,
Marvel comics. For
like, if it uses Marvel IP.
Right,
okay.
Yeah. Right.
Then yeah, it's like Into the Spider-Verse.
I like that one too.
Miles Morales one?
For me, that one's really good. That one's pretty good. That was pretty good.
Ooh, that's actually...
I liked Into the Spider-Verse. You like that more than Homecoming? I don't know. Was it Far From Home? Is it Far From Home?
I haven't watched
the most okay.
That's the thing. I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. He does a good job as Peter Parker. But Miles Morales has always been...
Are these the newer Spider-Mans?
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay. So there's
Miles Morales is the black Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's the Afro-Puerto Rican.
Afro-Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he's Afro-Puerto Rican from New York. You know,
right.
It's like...
That's Kingpin, the graphic one.
The fuck? Kingpin's... actually,
yeah, is that the graphic one?
Yeah. Where it uses a lot of like comic styles.
Yes.
It like draws heavily from the original material. And it's like it's the crossing of the Spider universes.
Yes.
And where Nicolas Cage is the noir Spider-Man.
Oh shoot! Wow. Okay.
Was it Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Was noir? Was it noir or was it Mahershala? Mahershala Ali was the noir.
No, he's the uncle.
Oh, okay. Miles
noir Spider-Man. The one who's like in black
and white. Nicolas Cage? Like, that was Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
They had one like that?
Listen, Nicolas Cage just be finding his way in
He finds
He has a whole meta-referential movie about himself. Like, why are we watching this man at this point?
But that's the thing.
He finds his way in
this
movies.
Is what I think about Marvel. Which is the thing about Marvel, and I like the fact that Marvel
why.
has like endless amount of money right now to do whatever they want. But sometimes you can have a lot of money and it just turns
They're selling
trash.
their souls to the mouse.
Man.
Like Coogler, he didn't want to have the end credit scene for the first Wakanda, the first Black Panther.
Oh really? Wow.
Like, think about it. That one, it's like, why would this man then come and be like, "Hello, colonizers, I'm here to hand out vibranium to y'all." I don't care if you're fighting aliens. You don't trust these bitches. Are you dumb? You're doing mad nonsense.
This is gonna be an interesting time because I like. I'm not gonna lie. When I see the whole vibranium thing, I'm like, yeah, don't give that away. Nah.
Leverage that.
Nah.
And especially, it's like you have the.
I'll give you a dime bag of vibranium. Hold a dime. Hold a dime of vibranium.
Hold a dime bag of vibranium.
I could stop a headshot.
Like, you know, this man behind the scene rubbing his hands like Birdman. Like, I'm sorry.
That is hilarious. I don't know, like, man.
Really.
You think he was not going to secretly team? Like, the fact that he did not secretly team up with Claw I was surprised.
Oh.
I think they're gonna.
Why would those two colonizers not team up to take the vibranium? That was suspicious.
I feel
like, now this man must be playing some long game because America would not just step up at the opportunity to just take some next land resources.
They love to take a land. Like.
They love to take people's shit. And the fact that they were just like, oh no, we're here to help you. That looks too good to be true. They just bombed the whole Middle East for nothing.
Hey.
Right.
I'm gonna say this. When it gets to a point where art imitates life,
art imitation,
or whatever, where it's like we're trying to be a little too. This is what's going on in the world, so we have to put it in our comics. I'm like, I'm trying to get away from the world right now.
But it's multiple ways of solving world issues.
Reference the comics. Just reference the comics.
The thing is, you gotta be careful because sometimes you got some ways some of these writers have written.
You can't really reference every comic now. Some certain things in comics will not pass in this world today.
Listen, if they have still slave movies about black people, you really think things are not gonna pass?
Listen to me. They love
not
me.
even that. It's just that
the thing about you know what? Let me tell you something.
Leonardo DiCaprio said
what is
the N-word how many times?
What is always
people want to say the N-word.
But here's the funny. Listen to me.
Hollywood does not care.
What's the most recycled money that can be washed and used all the time?
Why would they care now?
Oppression sells. That gets you Oscars.
So that's what I'm saying.
Will Smith is playing a slave again.
Hear what was just said.
Oscars. It's not oppression. It's the white people good guy.
Hear what was just said right now. Some of the things cannot be said or should not be taken from the words to the screen. But why would that matter when N-word was said many times by a white slave master?
They don't care about
all that.
Why would it matter when? Why would it matter? Hollywood does not care.
Black trauma porn sells. They love that shit.
Black
trauma
porn.
BTP.
They do not want to put out some of the things in these comics. Have you seen some of the shit that these comic writers were putting in? They're not going to put some fucking LSD trips that you see in the fucking actual Doctor Strange. You think they want to see Thanos being like, Death, you're so hot. I killed half the universe for you.
I'm glad they cut that out, though.
Yeah.
Why?
No, but it's...
I was mad.
Why? They should have that.
If they made Thanos the biggest fucking...
You want to see... Yes!
But the thing is...
Yes!
They can't offend their inside or their investors or anything.
But that would have been so good for the story.
But the people who are Harvey Weinstein's friends would not.
I cannot.
You guys have to put this in perspective. There's certain things.
There's certain things. You cannot hurt their feelings. It's just like it's the same thing why you can't.
But what?
Anti-CIA propaganda.
Slavery sells. Slavery sells.
That no, but then the role of
wait a minute.
I am a victim to my feelings would have been just which is still a narrative.
Yeah, and they did that with Wanda. Notice, they did that with Wanda, but they did not.
It would work.
Doing that with a man. Because think about that. Because they could have had it where Thanos was like, but the thing is, they're not ready to introduce Death properly. Because Death is like.
Right now, there's no such thing as Death. Right now, I think, and why does it have to be? They're not ready for.
Because they're not ready for the metaphysics that is the larger Marvel.
They can accept Death in like Black Panther, but not in like.
No. I mean, the personification of Death that occurs in the universe.
In the comics, she's an actual
thing.
No, I know.
And Thanos is horny as hell for her.
Yeah.
So he went.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that.
It was to help her. To have her.
Impress her.
Yeah.
And she was like, "You're a fucking loser."
You know what's terrible? You know what's terrible about this? Social media will have a field day with Death. Because if Death was a baddie, they'll be like, well, I'll kill to see her. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
They don't want to see
But that's
Thanos.
the type of art you can't really put that.
You can't put that out there.
You can have her up there, but you cannot have Thanos simping for her because he's supposed to be a big bad, and it's like, oh, Hulk got smashed by this simp.
But this is what I'm gonna say though. This is what I'm gonna say now.
The reasonable in his quest.
But how?
They're like.
But wait, does this not go back on my argument about Marvel? Anyways,
I'm gonna say this. Eventually, there'll be a time that they'll find a way to put out some crazy.
It's really just about Disney. It's whether Disney will be willing to make.
To like do that.
I mean, technically, on a responsibility level, they can't do that.
They will eventually.
It's because it's about like.
That's a cat. That's a spell. That's a spell.
The reason why, because till this day we're finding out why that Disney Vault was a Disney Vault, and a lot of these movies are remastered. When you find out the the backstory on things. You find out that.
Listen,
like,
I want them to keep the stuff.
Oh, they keep it. It's there.
Put it in the stacks.
And they put things in a vault for the reason.
But it's not good for their brand.
Branding,
so they hide it.
They hide it.
Listen, it's like book burning, but it's from their own media. They just
you think Disney doesn't want to kill Netflix right now? You remember there was a documentary that talked about the circle of life.
This is a real topic.
How they stole the song of the circle of life.
Oh.
Yeah.
And did not pay the people that sang the circle of life, and they're still in the village and whatever. And you ever heard about this?
Wow, that's.
How is that new?
They covered that up quickly.
How is that new? They brought that whole contract signing and everything to America.
Of course they did. Of course, but like, you think these people want to pay? You think these people really want to pay?
The average person actually doesn't know this because Disney has been so good at their propaganda machine. The Disney propaganda machine is massive. Disney has a whole counterintelligence section.
Yes, I'm aware.
Because it's that high level.
They did the what's it called?
Remember when South Park was
the
getting
Shazam guy.
South Park,
no, but they called it.
South Park called it out, yeah.
The Berenstein Bears and Berenstein Bears. Berenstain versus the Berenstein. What is that thing called?
Mandela effect?
Yes. So that's a part of it.
But it's like, the thing is, it's just like, it's all these things.
Y'all overloading my mental capacity.
You don't know about the Mandela effect?
I don't know a lot of effects. I'm still learning cause and effect. I'm like, what?
Okay, in simple terms, the Mandela effect is a psychological game. And how it is a game is what they do is they work against your memory. They basically say and present information to you, so you are constantly aware and all these other stuff. But then what happens is that once it's removed, they then basically question you on your memory. And then they, what is the word? Oh gosh, the term.
The term of what?
They gaslight you.
They provide you a reference. Like, everybody was like, it's the Berenstein Bears.
Right.
Everybody in our whole generation was like, it's the Berenstein Bears.
But then they're like,
around, it was like, it's the Berenstain Bears, actually.
So
it wasn't with
like
an
when
E.
T-Pain said, it's not ooh wee, and when I buy you a drink, it's and then.
Yes,
ooh.
That is the Mandela effect.
And is she 5'2" or 5'2"?
yes.
So
they tell you, when
like
you grew up, you've been...
Why tell me something ghetto shit?
That's
what I mean from the Mandela effect.
One way.
So ghetto.
And then you look at it, look back at it, and it's different than what you remember.
Yeah.
Like, apparently a bunch of people thought Nelson Mandela died in prison.
That was George Bush Jr. who said that. That's what started it, though.
But you know what's funny?
Died, and then people
this is what, like, can you imagine, that's
just an idiot.
Like, can you just imagine, like, you found out that, like, 1 + 1 is 2. You leave, you come back, 1 + 1 is 2. No, it's not, idiot. It's 5. It's just like...
And other people are saying, no, it's 5.
No, it's 5.
Everybody's like, yeah, it's 5. You're like...
But that is a whole, like, they actually did tests on this.
Yeah. There's a test. It's like the people in the elevator. You ever see that test where they go in the elevator and everybody's looking the opposite direction and the one person looking the right direction? They're like, what the...
So then they conform.
And just follow the direction.
Oh, that's creepy. Go in the elevator.
Humans are social creatures. And people don't remember that because our society is hyper individualistic. So... You know, people don't want to recognize the fact that they're social creatures and are highly influenced by social dynamics.
I'm just going to say this.
Just to wrap up, yeah.
I don't even know how to wrap this up because my brain is still trying to wrap up everything, the segue. I don't even know where we went. But
we were going
it's still Marvel in general. It's just
I'm going to say Marvel has a lot of work to do.
Do we want to do a guess as to the next Black Panther?
See, actually, according to his theory, no, he doesn't want to. He wants to present it.
He just wants it.
I just want to present it because you can't be. I don't think you can't please comic people. You can't please society, and you can't please the. He's like, it's a woman.
Okay.
He's too black.
Okay, fine.
Like it'll be way too much. He's not from Wakanda. He was in America.
So how about this? What do you think is going to be the spin-off?
I don't think
or the next.
That'd be hilarious.
The next
it would be
next movie Marvel related?
Well, I think the next movie is Ant-Man, but I think they're gonna do like, what is it? TV series for like Wakanda. I think what they're gonna do. Was it the midnight?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. That was loud.
I think they're gonna do the midnight. I forgot what it's called. The midnight something.
Okay.
Where it was Okoye and
who that?
Okoye.
That's the Iron.
Dormalaje and the girl from Chewing Gum. I forgot her name. Michaela.
Is this the Iron Heart?
No, Michaela, the girl that had the two spears.
Oh, okay.
So, because they have their own story, because like,
and this is comics. There's a side story that follows Dormalaje and all their like secret missions, and because they're like a whole.
She's the one who got disarmed from being chief, yeah.
Right.
Got you.
Okoye.
Yes.
Like Okoye and her, the girl with the spears, they had like some certain missions. So I don't know if they're gonna go that route. I don't know what they're planning to do.
Actually, there's like a lot of good comic material there that they could like work from.
Right.
But at the same time, this is the society. They'd be like, I don't know about this. It's kind of too dark.
You say it's too dark?
A little too.
Well, it is already dark.
Some people be like, "Oh, it's a little too dark." It's a little. It's a little too dark over here, man. It's like I'm not. No. Some people just be offended. Some people just be feeling like, look at them. Look at Wakanda everywhere. Does Wakanda really have to be forever?
Yes.
Wow.
It has been forever.
I mean, it is a...
I'm tired of this Wakanda. Where's this place?
You know what? I would really like it if one day we can actually go through the Marvel Encyclopedia.
Oh, okay.
I would love to do that. So we can really sit here and understand the storylines of all the characters that are missed.
Oh, honey.
And tie them into different universes.
But the joke is, for the longest time, they were trying to infiltrate Wakanda for a long time. Yeah, and they were getting dealt with. All Captain America got dealt with.
Wakanda has been around since like
forever.
Like
the
actual
60s.
Like history, and this came out. So Black Panther came out in the 60s.
Yeah.
But like in the timeline of the world of Marvel, Wakanda has they're like the universe has been created.
Yes.
But like in the concept of like on Earth, Wakanda has been there. Posted up, shooting bitches left, right, and they're trying to come up on them. Yeah,
I mean, like
they're there in the future, they're there in the past. Like
I think Black Panther was like what, the eighth character that was introduced to the public.
He was part of the.
He was
He came out with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
He was introduced in the Fantastic Four.
He was like a very major role, like for a good time.
He went through a few iterations. He got safeified, basically, when it's just like you can't have, desexualized, whatever.
He's too
just very
uplifting.
mild. He became a teacher in the States. It's like, why is this man here? Why is he working?
You know what I feel like I need a live action of?
When he has a fucking country to run.
I know we're not talking Marvel, but I'm thinking about like superheroes. We need a live action of Cyber 6. You remember Cyber 6?
Yes!
Do not
Yo!
the comics.
You remember
the TV show. We're referencing the TV show.
Cyber 6 TV show.
I've seen the comics, and there's a reason they don't print them anymore.
Cyber 6 was lit.
Yes.
That would be interesting.
But the question is, who would be
Cyber 6?
Live action?
It's
the one person that came to my
Brazilian combination.
Oh, she's Canadian Brazilian. I thought okay.
Because you need somebody who can actually be androgynous.
Oh right.
That's the biggest part.
You know how many upset bros would be like, these fucking transgenders, and they like lose their shit.
Cyber 6 has to be androgynous.
I thought of like the only people I thought of was the people that had the cut. Like the haircut.
The actual like.
So I thought like.
I call it the pink haircut.
I thought Ruby Rose for some reason.
The thing is, you can't make Cyber 6 white.
And that's
the thing, right? Fair enough.
Yeah, because
but it's like, not.
It's like you have to call back to the source because they're in Central South America. Mm-hmm. That's where the comics are from. That's where the people are from. Mm-hmm. It's why you have like this variety of people. It's why it's like. They're in this caldera almost along the like waters. Mm-hmm. This tropical there's no winter ever in this series.
Mm-hmm. And therefore, my biggest thing is the androgyny. That is it. That if there's anything you cannot mistaken or get wrong, is the androgyny. Please.
What is their name? They are non-binary. They are in Pose. Oh gosh.
Pose, I think I know who you're talking about.
I don't even know.
They're light skinned.
Yes, long hair.
I don't even know.
What? Just let us know what you guys think.
Yes.
Yeah, just let us know what you guys think. If you guys remember Cyber 6.
A lot of people really don't know Cyber 6.
They don't know.
Canadian. It was
Cyber 6 was
amazing.
I didn't even know what liquid nitrogen was until I watched Cyber 6.
Oh, and the thing is, they're gonna have some trouble because like the main villain is like a literal Nazi.
No, but like really,
he actually is a literal Nazi, and then the little boy is just his little Nazi clone.
My thing is, I don't want to see the graphic or CGI Jaguar. That's my other
thing.
They better do a good job.
You want to be a real life Jaguar?
No.
It's the fact that that's Cyber 6's brother.
Yes.
That was a good show.
So
based off what I remember, that was a good show. Who would even be the teacher? You remember the teacher that she was working for?
Oh, the man who was in love with her?
Yeah. The
What's his face?
That
man was big.
But he was getting dealt with.
But he didn't know it was.
Defending the honor. He had
a Shang moment. He was into Cyber 6 in both iterations.
Yes.
You cannot tell me otherwise.
But didn't know.
Can you imagine? The man's like, so you're both of them? How?
Did he ever find out that?
I think towards the end of the series.
He found out.
Yeah, because like Cyber 6 was saving the city from being blown up, and
I think he saved
missing
her,
class.
like in the midst of something.
Yeah.
I don't know,
but he didn't know.
I don't remember.
That's why I'm saying the androgyny needs to be very heavy in this character. Heavy.
Listen, you're saying hydrogyny like I know the word.
Androgyny is meaning that
I'm thinking hydrogenated oils.
No, not hydrogen. Not with water. Not water related.
When someone is neither like andro, like masculine
and
feminine, androgen.
Gynecologist.
So,
oh my god.
Yeah, you're confused me. I'm like, Android, I have one of those.
I cannot. They can switch on both. Or they play for both.
Android though.
Okay.
Android. That's
no. Oh my gosh. Let me define it for you.
Don't.
No, but I was just saying the word.
Partly male and partly female in appearance. So when you look at them, you would be like, oh my, you don't know to say whether or not that's a beautiful man or if that's a masculine woman.
Right.
Like, you just don't know. You're just like, I can't really tell, but you're just gorgeous. Whatever you are beautiful. I love me androgynous people.
India Moore.
Okay.
That's who I was thinking of. Well, they might be too femme.
I think I know who you're talking about.
No.
But she probably wouldn't.
Just to wrap up, just want to say thank you guys for all being here today.
Yeah.
Events, plugs. You got the Nerd Z.
You got me in the building. Your girl, the Nerd Z. No, I'm done. Okay.
Oh, yo, sorry, I gotta state something.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Black Panther. Yo, I don't know if y'all know this, and I don't want to be that guy to say that I be preying.
You don't want to be that guy, but
be that guy,
you gotta be that guy.
And I hate that I had to be.
It's okay. You can be that guy.
Lupita got thick.
I cannot stand you. Anyways, my name is.
I never watched the theme of Lupita like that because I saw her in Us, and I was like, Lupita been having boiled dumpling and fufu.
But she's always been thick.
I never watched her like that. Because the last thing I saw her was Us, and that was pretty scary.
I'm rolling.
So, I didn't,
Rolling.
So, Nerd Z, the plugs? Where they can find you at?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
My only thing with her was her lip quiver. But anyways, at the Nerd Z on Instagram, you can find me there. TheNerdZZZ. If you are interested in ballroom dancing, November 19th, Katrina. We are going to be getting it going on at the Movie Awards ball. So if you want to come and see the girls as they hit the floor. As well, follow me on my photography. Listen. Photography page, ZZ Studio TOZZZ.STUDIOTO on Instagram. Follow me, and I look forward to taking great pictures with you.
Delnijiro, DELNIJIRO, Twitter, Instagram. That's nothing really to
support. Yes.
AKA when I put on chapstick, everyone puts on chapstick.
Oh.
AKA, shoot, I bring the crowd with me everywhere I go. AKA Captain Corners.
You can follow me, Jay Hunterville, on Instagram. I keep saying I'm gonna change my name, and I will eventually. Lou Pistols on Twitch. Currently playing Overwatch 2 like crazy. And yeah, I'm out here. Oh, Hanfest, November 22nd.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just kicking it. I'm just kicking it today. You ain't gonna see me. You're just hearing my voice. And yeah, you guys be safe out here in these streets.
Be safe, man.
It seems like it's gonna snow, so hope you guys have your winter tires up. Make sure you put your snow brush in your damn car because
never let them see your eyes.
Tired of seeing these dash cam videos of snow falling off vehicles. Thank you.
Exactly, and make sure you put on a scarf. That's the first
Keep a scarf
layer.
in your car.
Exactly, first layer of protection when it comes to like cold, because
none of the Scarborough man's things.
Not on my wave right now. No, can't do that.
Just be safe out here in these streets. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you wear shorts, you're a heathen.
I do not co-sign that message.
I do.
That's a little weird thing if you're wearing shorts
in the winter.
Listen. People jump into cold rivers in the wintertime. So
you know what we call them? Serial killers.
No. Oh.
That's what we call them.
All right.
I don't have anything to plug. All I can say is stay educated, y'all. Don't trust the internet as your only source.
Yeah, please don't.
Double check your sources.
Especially with Twitter right now, anyone can verify. No, you can't trust that anymore. No, you can't do that, man.
Your library is your friend. Talk to people. Build community. That's it.
That's it, man.
And definitely you can find us on different platforms at The Vent Podcast. Send us an email at askthevent@gmail.com. And you can find us on all streaming platforms. So tune in, hear us, listen, watch us on YouTube. And is that it?
I have one thing to say. The Vent is a safe space. It's a very safe space. We were all once idiots and did not know much. We still probably don't know much.
Speak for yourself.
But it's a safe space. You will not
admitting ignorance is the first step to acquiring knowledge.
Right.
And knowing is half the battle.
And sometimes expressing ignorance is the first.
I wasn't an idiot though.
Part as well to understand where you go with life. Sometimes we just don't know, and it's okay to not know. Don't let the world crush you because you don't know.
But just
okay.
Don't be comfortable in not knowing.
That's that
yes,
part.
Don't be comfortable in not knowing.
That part.
That's the one thing. You know what I mean? And be informed, understand what's going on in this world. I'm still doing that day by day. Take time to understand what's going on as well.
One day at a time. You got to take this one day at a time.
Nowadays, like I'm just sitting here learning. Like, oh, there's another. Oh, okay. Okay, so instead of saying this, you got to say this now. Okay. All right. And you just day by day, it's just something that changes throughout the years. So, and then you realize something you were saying your whole life was very bad, and stuff like that, and all these other things that are happening in this world that we live in. So, guys, ignorance is not okay. Okay. That's all I'm saying. It's not bliss. It's really not fun over there.
No.
That ignorance is not fun.
People use that to manipulate you. So.
It only works in certain places, like the country, and like places where
it doesn't work in the country.
They don't even have electricity, and
not there either.
Okay.
And they got shotguns.
Wow.
That's the worst
all
place
right.
to be ignorant.
All right. Well, this is the Vent.
We're
out.
Peace.
Peace.
What the hell?
Wash your hands.